Hello students, good morning. I hope you are fine and doing your studies as well. Today again I have come with your explanation of chapter 4 and the last topic is domestic system and factory system. And with this we will discuss a few parts of beginning of European control. I hope previously what I given you as a notes and the explanation uh, is helping you at all. Now we will discuss domestic system and what is factory system. The domestic system is the mode of production where the merchants given tools and the raw materials both to the craftsmen. Now who were the craftsmen? Craftsmen were the workers. For making articles he also paid, means the merchants also paid the workers wages or payment for their labor they put in the production of goods. Labor, what is they are doing for manufacturing any goods. The craftsmen used to work on tools in their homes with the raw materials supplied to them beside the agricultural work. The merchants, however, did not work with his own hands. He used to supervise and he used to invest the money, the payment or wages for his workers, and also invested the money for the production. The traders' money with the invested the money with the hope of profit by selling articles to the consumers. The economy of that type is known as domestic system. Now, the next topic is factory system. During the 18th century, there was a change in the production. We have already known that it was the time when the industrial revolution taken place in Europe. So in the manufacturing technique, due to the introduction of new machineries, there was a changing of economic also. Around the 16th century, we have seen the progress of domestic production as the domestic system. But in the 18th century, we have seen the domestic system has taken place by factory system, where the workers are working in the factory or mills. Under the factory system, the workers or the craftsmen of earlier days now became full-fledged wage earner. Full-fledged wage earner, where they can earn their wages. Wages means the payment or the money whatever they have given by their merchants or the owners in a week or in a month. Laborers or production was then carried out in a large building called factory, where a great number of workers were working on machines. Both the factory or the building and the machines were owned by the factory owner. He also supplied the raw materials required for production. Thus we can say the factory owners invest. French sailor also set sail in various directions, and new countries could be discovered and their articles could be sailed. Now the next topic is beginning of European control, world trade. When sailors of a particular European country discovered the land first, what was their primary motive? Their primary motive to reach there, to discover the land first. Exactly that had happened in the case of India, as the Portuguese were the first to discover India. We can say the first sea route of India. As the Portuguese merchants from Portugal, they came first. In the similar way, European merchants reached in the different places in Asia, Africa and America. Initially, the European merchants purchased various articles straight from different countries and carried huge profit by selling the goods. And by that time, the foreign merchants were not at all satisfied So this type of business were going on, but they were not satisfied. They wanted to establish the control over the territories. This paved way the colonization in Asia, Africa, and the other continents by the European merchants. For example, in 1600, Queen Elizabeth of England gave East India Company monopoly trade in Asia. Likewise, France, Holland, and the other European countries also gave similar monopoly right to their companies. This was how the effort was to establish full control over India, full over trade in Africa and Asian countries. The European powers also established their colonies in different parts of America, Africa and Asia. So we can say they were started bringing from there everything, from the luxurious item, gold, the precious stone, the necessary articles to slave. Thus it may be found in 18th century, it was the major portion of the world trade. Next is the scientific invention. You have just to read down the scientist with their scientific invention name, whatever I have given, that is in your notes, in your question answer. So you can write down and read down about the scientific invention and about the their relationship with the changing of economy. So some parts we will discuss, that is one, you have to read down the Renaissance in Europe cleared the way in the modern science. So it is a scientific invention, they cleared, Renaissance also cleared out the paved the way for scientific invention also. Here we will see the first name, that is Dufay. Next is Benjamin Franklin. Third one is Galvani, and we will also see about Charles Boyle, Priestley and Lavoisier. So next, last we will discuss steam engine, and it was by James Watt. So you have to read down the scientist's name along with their invention. So we will finish the chapter. We have already discussed it and we have finished this chapter.